Hello, good morning, Elizabeth Smith here, and it's a wonderful Monday morning with the sun very bright and a very hot, sticky night last night. So, anyway, here's for today and here's for this week. So, it's called Magical Mondays because I always think Mondays are psychologically the beginning of something. So I thought, well, actually, magical, yeah, let's make it magical. Let's make the week magical. And I'm talking about comfort zones. And as you know, if you saw my live on Friday, this should have been Fridays so that you had time to think about it over the weekend. But actually, on second thoughts, I think, well, actually, it does fit very nicely on a Monday morning so that you've got all week to practice. So, comfort zones. I mean, let's be honest, and I mean be honest, we all have comfort zones. I have a comfort zone that I can retreat to at any time that I want to. And so does everybody else. And I've yet to find anybody who doesn't. So let's just get that as a normal for all of us. Often I think we all sort of naturally seek that safety, don't we? That security. We seek the comfort of knowing. So that sort of that firm grip on what's going on, that control, if you like, around ourselves. And it is very much about that because we can't control people I work with, and when they're really, really consumed by this, they can't control what goes on outside in the world, but they can control their own environment, if that makes sense. And I think an awful lot of us will relate to that. But what I'm saying to you is that so this is what today is based on, that all right, you can't control everything that happens in the world, but you can control how it impacts on you. You can control how you deal with it. So that's really where I'm coming from, and I hope it is useful to you. So the biggest lesson to start with is that you can go and hide away in your comfort zone, in your safety area, and the world will continue without you. Absolutely, it'll just jog along at whatever rate the world will decide to go at that very moment in time. But what I'm trying to sort of think about is that, this isn't wrong. None of it is wrong. How you deal with this isn't wrong. And hiding away from it isn't giving up on the world, and it's not failing the world. It is just about whether or not when you go back into your comfort zone, if you actually start considering a different way and a different approach, I suppose. From my perspective, when you look at a comfort zone, I look at it a bit like buying a house. And anyone who knows me in my personal life will know that I'm a great one for knocking down walls and changing houses. And that's every time I see something, I think, oh, what a lovely house. I'd love that. I'd just do this, this, and this. So what I'm talking about is expanding your comfort zone. So it is about putting that extension onto that comfort zone. So that's why I wanted to give you the analogy of the house. I don't know if people will connect with that, but certainly it's about sort of when your family expands or you expand or you bring more things into your home, you need that extra space. And personal growth is all about that. So as you grow as a human, as a character, as a valued member of society, as you grow and your needs grow and your interests grow, you need more space. And that's where your comfort zone expands and expands and expands. And expands by you doing stuff, if that makes sense. So what I'm sort of talking about now is allowing yourself to get comfortable with the unnecessary emotions that creep in every time you think about breaking through something else, breaking through that wall, breaking through that barrier. It's about getting comfortable with those unnecessary emotions that will say, oh, this is scary, oh, this is going, it's all going to fail and the world will come to an end and everyone will be laughing at you, everybody will be pointing their fingers at you. And it's about being comfortable enough to sit with those emotions and not be drawn into them or be distracted by them. And when I say being distracted by them, it's just shutting down, it's stopping what you're doing because you're listening to them. You're so busy listening to them that you're not taking action. So that's sort of where I'm coming from with those sorts of things. So very much what I'm thinking about is whenever you think about doing something, just recreate an experience and acknowledge and note what emotions are stirred up inside you. Not one of those emotions will be an absolute stopper. You can choose to accept them and allow them just to be and continue, or you can allow them to be your brakes, if you like. So how can I put this without, I truly believe that absolutely every single one of us speaks our dreams on a minute-to-minute basis. We speak our dreams on a hour-by-hour basis. And I think this is why it fits so nicely with Mondays, because I would like you just to think all this week and note this week how many times you speak your dreams out loud. And I don't care who you are, you can be Kate Middleton, but what will come out of her mouth the same as everybody else? I would love to, but I wish I could. Of course I would if. These are our dreams, everybody. These are our dreams coming to the surface and we are speaking them to the world. And they're always built around trying to keep us in the comfort zone, but at the same time still allowing us to have that excitement of the possibilities. And possibilities are the things that I think keep us all going. So think about it. I would, if only I had money, time, energy, freedom, knowledge, I can't think of anything else, the skills. So all of those things, and these are our dreams, because the second someone says to you, don't think about a purple tree, the first thing you can imagine is, what would a purple tree look like? So you're already dreaming, you're in the future. And this is where this comfort zone needs to expand, because as much as you can tell yourself, I like my comfort zone, I don't want to go anywhere else. In actual fact, the second that comes out of your mouth, I'd love to, but you're already breaking free of your comfort zone. It's about whether or not you're going to follow through with it. So I would, how can I put it? It's a bit like you hear a lot of people say, the devil is in the detail. That's you putting up with the comfort zone. It's about better the devil you know. It's putting up with the comfort zone. It's a bit like when you left home for the first time. There was that anticipation, that anxiety, that dread almost. There was a mishmash of emotions that were going on. But now you're out there in the world. For the first time you went to big school, you know, again, it's that sort of, that's expansion of your comfort zone. You've left what you knew, your school, your environment, your friends, and you've moved on. You move house to a different area, to a different country. These are all expanding your comfort zones. So today, for self-coaching, it's about inviting you to consider, because I don't believe staying in your comfort zones anything to do with being lazy at all. I think it's more to do with self-worth, self-value, and it's about considering what you deserve and where you would like to be. So that's really why I'm bringing it to you, because I think over and over again, people think, you know, she won't do this and she won't do that, or he won't do this and he won't do that. Or if they just applied themselves, and they automatically take you down that road of being lazy. And it really isn't about that. And I think that's one of the best ways of keeping people in their comfort zone and not developing them, or not developing yourself. So when you catch yourself this week speaking your dreams, just grab those words for a minute and just ask yourself, what if I did? What if I could? What would I need in order to? Where could I find it? Expand it. Just sit with it for a bit and explore that extension. Explore what that feels like, because actually comfort zone is just about being familiar, and being familiar with that what was an unknown in the first place. And your comfort zone will expand, and so will life. And I hope that is useful. As always, oh, hello, Jane. Oh, sorry, I missed you. Thank you so much for joining me. Please share my video if you've got anybody else in your life, in your world, that you think would benefit from expanding their comfort zone just a little bit. Feel free to share my videos. I'll be back during the week with more self-coaching. Bye-bye.